Welcome to the PlaySlotsForRealMoney.com podcast. I am Brian, your host, here with Alexander. So the August spam update is full out, and the majority of my sites have been fine, but one of them were completely obliterated. Um, have you seen any ups and downs?
I think I have. I'm actually been did a very deep dive in a few things lately. So I'm kind of out of the context of the update. So when did it roughly start? The August spam update,
26th.
August 26th. Um, okay, because actually no, I don't think then because uh, I haven't seen any changes. So I've seen like a very good uptrend starting from late July. And that's been going on so far, which I don't want to jinx, but yeah, it's been doing pretty well. Um, Other than that, nothing in the recent days, weeks or so to indicate that anything has actually changed.
Okay, well you got lucky because it's still rolling out, and it's vicious. Literally, the site started a sharp decline 2 hours after they announced it.
Uh,
It it is literally down to almost zero impressions. Um, it
really?
completely obliterated. Yeah, yeah.
Do
This
you
one,
do, do you have any clues as to like any
no,
assumptions as to
it
why?
didn't even spam it.
Uh,
It isn't even a spammy site. So I still have to evaluate everything and figure it out.
I mean, sometimes maybe it's best to just let it sit for a little while and then go back to it because right now you might be trying to chase something that's not even there if you start digging into it.
I'm gonna let it completely roll out. Once
Yeah.
they stop, then I'm gonna start doing some digging and see what's wrong. I just updated the disavow file too.
Hmm. Yeah, because like if you remember like a few months ago when we talked, I was kind of complaining about the drop in impressions, the drop in clicks, and like say one of my sites
Yeah,
at that point it dropped to like two-digit clicks per day, which hasn't happened in years. And but it bounced back. So I know whether it was something that I did or it's probably a combination, I suppose, of just like regular volatility and probably some actions on my side. But yeah, I guess it's wise, as you said, to let it cool down and see how it goes then.
yeah. I still have that. The site I was talking about that I did the test with that has niche edit links
Yeah,
that didn't even get touched. That's it's mind-boggling what what Google is considering spam and what isn't.
true. I mean, because yeah, whenever people say that like buying links is dodgy, I don't necessarily buy it, no pun intended, because you can't really forbid that in a way, because otherwise, like if you forbid that, if you make that punishable explicitly, and if you make that punishable pretty harshly, then people can just use it against each other, and and exactly like that. So let's say if you get penalized for buying links, then I buy, I don't know, 500 links on behalf of my competitor,
Hmm.
and you can't, and then you can't do anything. So in a way, I don't think it's possible to get rid of it. It might be possible to kind of filter it based on quality of the content, based on quality of the backlinks, and kind of the maybe some signals as to how relevant they are, but I guess that's about it. Otherwise, it's a witch hunt.
Yeah. The the backlinks I've been building, I think I told you that I was looking at one website that I had just regular guest posts on any topic, and the other website that was just gambling related topics. And the one that is actually not just general guest posts, that is getting a nice amount of traction and not getting hit. So it's very confusing that what the spam update is actually targeting.
Yeah, that I mean, and now that you mentioned it, I have seen like a somewhat a little dump on the Canadian website. Um, but again, the Canadian traffic isn't that large, so it's tricky for me to estimate whether that's related to anything. But on the other hand, I have like released just I think several days ago that plugin with NFL predictions.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and I can see it's been, I mean, it just started, I think it just got indexed completely because the way the plugin works, so you have like you have an overall view of like small event cards with like percentages of like what is the percentage that we estimate that the team is going to win, and then you can go into detail, which directs you to a game specific page where you have like the spread, the totals, where you have some insights and also like the general view. So it's like a page for every upcoming game in this season, basically. So it's like with the rollout, I've kind of created the rollout created an additional like 200 something pages for each game in the upcoming season.
So you wrote the plugin yourself?
Well, ChatGPT wrote it. So
Okay.
I can't get any credit for that, but I did tell it what to do and kind of tested it out, and the UX also is probably mostly on my part. But yeah, kind of the plugin, the ingestion, the collection of everything, it's just scripts that ChatGPT wrote.
That is awesome. That is the day of AI is impressive.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is.
I would have never thought that I could produce something like that on my own, even like a few years ago, and now it's like, and also the value bet recommender, it's working very well. I can say I've put links to it on the Nigerian website on different pages, and also it started actually getting organic clicks as well because it is actually, I mean, I've checked other similar things online and they're not good. They're not like newbie friendly. They're not easily readable. So the those small event cards that I have on the recommender page, they're actually probably better than most things from like a amateur sports punter perspective because you don't have to like get into detail. You just see the value, see the odds, see the probability, and you make your educated guess if you want to.
Are you able to separate it by sportsbook with the odds?
Yes, I'm actually experimenting with that right now because by default, the algorithm that I have, it kind of skims through all of the odds for a given outcome
Hmm.
and presents the best one and puts that as a suggestion to the user. But what I noticed is that one sportsbook brand seems to have like tends to have best odds all around. So like if you open the recommender page and scroll through it, then it recommends only one sports book on all outcomes, just because they have the best odds. So I'm kind of introducing some tweaks there with randomization. So I wanna experiment with like randomized picks. I mean, it will still be the same outcomes, and it will still be kind of a good overvalue percentage, but I'll just assign random operators with some like sanity checking. Maybe they should be like half of a percent or like 2% within the range of the best odds. So because at the moment, bulk of it is the same operator. I mean, they just have the highest odds, I suppose.
Are you able to put your affiliate link in? So
Yes,
people,
yes, the affiliate link is then there. Yeah,
very nice. Now, are you using Hotjar still to look to see where people are actually clicking, or not on that page?
I am, and I'm using Hotjar there, and I've also had ChatGPT create a custom tracking plugin specifically for that. Like it's a plugin for a plugin, so
Really?
it kind of tracks the user activity on the value bet recommender page, and I can see like how much people scroll on an average, how much time do they spend between landing on the page and clicking, where were they on a page, like how far down were they on a page when they did their click, what were the events, and so it's like I can take all those logs, put them to like an interpreter, which was also written by ChatGPT, or actually put them directly in ChatGPT and ask him to like give me insights on what actually is happening there.
Huh. That's impressive. I mean, I have to say, you are doing some good stuff over there.
But Hotjar helps as well. Like say with Hotjar, I've discovered the fact that most people don't click on the visit site button, which is a pretty obvious place where you should click, but
Yeah.
instead they click on this badge that shows you what how much overvalue is this pick. So let's
Hmm.
say it's like 200% overvalue. The user goes down, clicks, or taps, rather taps, like taps several times on the overvalue badge, and then goes to like the bookmaker logo or the visit site button, or maybe doesn't go. So thanks to Hotjar, I've also like added another link on the overvalue badge. So when they click on the overvalue badge, they actually get to the operator immediately.
So let me ask you, are you labeling them as sponsors?
Good question. I need to check that right now. I think I do. Although now that you said it, yes. In the code, in the plugin code, they're labeled as sponsored. Now that you mentioned it, I actually don't want to do that. I have never labeled any affiliate links as sponsored links.
No, either of me.
So I'll probably remove it now that you mentioned it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think by default, like in the code, ChatGPT put it as, or wait, no, they're not labeled as sponsored actually. I've removed that earlier on already.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're not
Curious who
labeled.
uses that.
Sorry?
I'm always curious who actually uses the sponsor button.
Yeah, I mean, maybe people do. I don't know how much of an effect it has. The reason why I'm not doing it is because I've never done it, which isn't like a good case for it, but it's good enough for me.
Okay. All right. So the NFL kicks off tonight. Are you going to watch it?
Uh, Probably not because it's going to be like 4 a.m. here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So, but yeah, I'm actually curious to see. I will need to see how like the plugin handles finished games, because it should take them down. It should add a note, and I have like a lot of ideas what to add there. Maybe like the final score, because I don't even have like the odds. I don't have any operators configured, so it's purely free information without any bookmakers in it. I just I already have like some drafts of how they should be plugged in, but I just didn't have the time to do it.